Another Kratos. It's weird. It goes Christmas colors, red and it goes red and green when you put it that close.
Because there's actually a green and red light on the camera.
Right.
On the side,
Wait,
it shows
really?
with power. Yeah, it shows that there's power and it shows if it's recording.
Oh, I've just got two lights that go.
Yeah.
And they're white.
So I can see when it's actually like when it's off or when it's on and when it's recording or not.
So you know when someone's like hacking your camera.
Yes, exactly. And that's why on my other camera on this side, I have blue tack over the camera.
Blue tack. So you don't see the light.
Because there's a camera that's actually built into the screen.
Oh, yep.
So I've put blue tack over it.
Not that no one hacks them anyway, but...
No, I've seen it light up a few times randomly.
What?
So I don't know, it's just...
I think it's just a thing that goes off in the thing,
yeah.
though.
It's like a few of the...
My laptop did that as well.
We got like some of the webcams around the house. You know, have you like the little web security camera things you connect to your networks and stuff like that?
Yeah.
There's one in the lounge room that like flickers on and off. It's like on and then it'll be off, and it's like on and it goes, and it's like apparently it's faulty, but I'm like, it's a bit sketchy. It just lights up in the middle of the night, just turns on.
I don't think it's sketchy, but it's just why is it doing that?
Yeah, because the other one doesn't do it.
Or it could be a fault.
So, but it's kind of funny. It's
could be
like
a loose wire.
You can hear it
because
I can hear. I don't know if other people can hear it. Like even though my ears can be pretty shit, I can hear like when things are on. Because you can hear that buzz, like
that little buzz,
and
like
I can hear it,
noise.
And like, or if it's ticking or it's turning on off, and I can hear that. So I could be in the dead like dark room, like something, and I could hear it on. So like, oh, where is it? I'm like, oh, that's on. You know, it's fucking weird. It's just like I can right now. I'm feeling. I can tell, like not just that with these on, like I can hear it. Like you can feel the energy coming off these things running.
Is it technically a superpower? You can use Daz to like, does this work? I can't hear anything.
Like. Well, that's what I mean. I'll do that. Like, I can tell, like, people will come in with phones, and if it's not working or not, and I'll grab it. So, like...
Yeah, but some things don't make noise,
like
though.
That's so I grab it, and I'll, like, check it, and I'll turn on if it's not turning on, and I can feel it if it boots up. And I'll be like, I, like, focus, and I can hear it, like, boot up, and I'm like, yep, okay, that's starting to boot on, but nothing's showing up. Yeah, it's fucking weird. Like, I'll hold it.
No, but phones do make it... Well, at least my Samsung goes... Zzz, when it boots up.
Well, that's exactly it. You can feel it and you can hear it. I don't know if most people can do it. And I tell people, like, if you hold it, like, especially like that, and you turn
because they vibrate a little bit.
Yeah, they vibrate, and you can feel them running and buzzing and whatnot like that. And I just, like, sit there and I'm like, and I listen for it, and I, like, focus, and it's, like, so weird. So, I can usually tell if a device is working still or not, or if there's power in it, the device, or if it's running or not.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's just like, you just gotta hold it.
So it is a superpower.
You feel the energy coming off. You can feel the energy coming off everything, basically. Everything has an energy that's coming off of it. So you can feel when things are running. Like
it's either things get hot or they vibrate.
Like
or
oh yeah, they're like it's
buzz.
obvious the light's on. Like it's on. You can see that it's on. But like you can if you put your hand on like if you can put your hand on the light, you can feel it running.
You can't feel the mic running.
So it just depends on the microphone. You can't because it's in the middle of that. So there's like a space that you can't feel. But it's weird
because they're just an outer thing with a little thing in the middle.
Yeah, so yeah, like that with.
That's not a way to describe that. Oh my god.
Beardies, beardettes.
I mean, technically that's
last
what it is.
episode. But yeah, so it's like a weird thing. But anyway, that little like tiddly bit out the way. What's up, beardies and beardettes? How we doing, everybody? Welcome back to another fine episode of the Beardy Bros podcast.
Yeah, this is episode 12, not last week.
No, like Jim was like, said, so I'm like, dude, you're getting the wrong episode.
Like, what is it? Episode 11? Oh, 12? Oh, fuck. I don't even know why.
It was one of those days. But no, back for another week, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to listening. Welcome back to watching. Hopefully you're enjoying as always, because you know we do. We love it. We enjoy it. And we're here yet again. You're never going to miss us. Hello. What did you do? Cracking.
My floor's creaking.
As we can currently see, if no one has noticed already, Jim has got the football playing in the background. Hopefully we don't get flagged for this, for having the gameplay in the background.
Oh, there's no sound.
No sound. It's just video.
I don't
happening
think
there.
that counts as copyright, but whatever.
It
I
isn't
don't
on.
think
Is it
that
on
really
free-to-air
would.
TV anyway?
Nope.
It's on like cable or something like that.
KO. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, KO.
I mean, you can still like it's football. Who
You
cares?
got half the image. There's no sound, so it's only if those are wanting to watch the game. Just they'll be sitting there. They just come by the podcast just to watch the match. Cook it.
You can't see the scores.
No.
You just gotta watch people just run back and forth.
Oh, mate. So another week through, another week done and dusted. How are we doing?
Right?
How
Or
are we
almost
doing?
another week. It's not always the end of the week. There's always Sunday.
Well, depends on if you look at it as Sunday at the end
Actually,
of your
that's the official start of the week, isn't it?
Sunday, yeah.
really.
Usually.
So yeah, it is.
So
Dang it.
it always depends if you see your week starting on a Sunday or a Monday. It varies. I see the Saturday at the end of the week. Saturday to Sunday.
Yeah, Friday to Sunday. What?
You didn't even hear it. It went straight over your head. You don't. I said the week. It's like you gotta love the weeks from Saturday to Sunday. And you didn't even.
Oh.
You didn't
Well,
even
we said
acknowledge.
weekend.
No, you gotta love your week from
I just
Saturday to
left it.
Sunday. You can. Yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah, it's, it's a nice short week.
Click. And it's a nice little week. Sunday. Sunday.
The weekend.
Christ.
Yeah, I didn't even get to say weekend. I just said the week. So we've been having some fun. I know what's been
Good
happening.
house called the week and then weekend, but where's the week start?
That is true.
That should be Monday really
It's
because
double ender.
everyone hates it.
Start of the week, Monday,
Call it the week start.
and the weekend is 2 days to recover.
The week front. Weekend, week front.
Midweek.
I don't-
Well, there's midweek.
Week front. That just sounds
Well, that's what I mean. We
weird.
have the week. We have midweek, which is hump day,
We don't have the start of the week.
and then we
do
have
we?
weekend. But where about start of the week? Week
Yeah,
start.
keep going.
It's a
Look, it
week
ends,
start.
It doesn't come back. It goes from weekend to midweek every damn time.
It is what it is.
It's like end mid, like
Yeah. But so how's your week
We don't
been?
make the
How's
rules.
your week been? What's been happening? Anything exciting?
just moving stuff and streaming. That's it. I did
Yep.
watch a movie. Was it yesterday?
Mm.
Called Deep Water.
Oh, yep.
Got Ben Affleck and Anna de Armas. How you
Yep.
say her name?
It was one of those
Yeah, it's on Prime.
thriller
Oh yeah,
movies.
it's
something
so
like
good.
that? Mm.
It's so good.
He's been doing a lot of
Watch it.
those. I'll have to watch it. I did see the advertise for that.
The ad makes it look so differently from what
Yep.
you watch.
That's alright.
I mean, it doesn't, but it does. Like, it's weird.
Eh.
That's a psychological thriller. Like, it's bloody good. Like, Ben Affleck playing a serious thing going on.
Yep. No, he does it a few times. He has had those roles. He likes them, I guess. So it is
Suppose
what
he
it is.
does. I just don't really see him as he's more of a superhero now. Been Batman for how long?
A little bit. Well, I mean, there's
5
duration
years
of
or
time,
something
but
with
like
Batman?
the actual productions that he's had has been very short. So.
What was his first one? Batman vs Superman.
Mm.
That was back in 27.
That's what I mean. So you think when they came out, but then the actual amount of time he's in those movies as these characters is very short.
Not really. That was in the whole movie of that one. That was his movie pretty much as well.
Well,
Batman vs Superman.
There's a lot of Superman. There's a lot of Superman.
Yeah, until he died.
So,
Spoiler.
people should have watched it by now. Fuck them.
Well, it's one of the comics, so even if you read the comics, Batman always fucks up Superman.
It is what it is. Yeah, no, it's like it's been a bit of a week. Busy day, I'll say. For me, it's been a busy day today because we had had my boy's birthday party. So both those had their birthday parties. So 5
Hell
and
yeah.
1. So that was pretty good. So busy day.
51. Woo!
51 in total. If you put them next to or 15 if you swapped around.
15, 51. Depends on the day.
So no, that was pretty good. A nice turnout for everyone. So
Hell yeah.
fun day.
That's sick.
And now we're here, enjoying the podcast.
Oh. If we're not enjoying it, we're doing something wrong.
Uh,
Oh! I mean, oh.
No, we enjoy it. We're loving it as always. Like I don't know what else. I always like I keep saying it. I always look forward to this every fucking week. I'm always looking forward to the podcast,
Comes
no
around
matter
so
what.
quick though. That's the thing.
It does. And I don't know. It just done. Oh, look, there's another one again. And we're done. Oh, and it's back again. Because the week doesn't start, see? It just keeps ending.
Exactly. It goes from Saturday till Wednesday and it just keeps repeating.
Yep.
Actually, hump day's even slowed down now, really. You get fuck all of that.
Yeah. No
So
humps
it's just
on
going
that
to be
day.
the weekend and that's it.
Pretty much. But no, what was I thinking of?
That's crazy. Like, I wonder if the world's ever going to change that, though.
What's that?
Like, because wasn't they going to make a long weekend at some point, like a 3-day weekend?
Try and add in a new day into the calendar.
No, it's like Friday or Monday or something they added into the weekend, or try and.
So then it's actually
I
like
don't know.
you
It's
work
weird.
6 days and have 3 days off.
Yeah, like you work 4, have 3. Like that would be good for people, really,
Mm.
who are in the office all day and shit.
That'd be good. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean,
but how would that work? Because you'd be like,
well,
how
they
would
did
that
try to
work?
introduce like Fridays with RDOs and stuff like that.
Adios.
Roster day off.
Oh, that's what Insomniac did, wasn't it?
So yeah, so they try to actually put that in actual effect, and usually it's every second. It's every fortnight is an RDO.
Yeah, but that's mainly game developers, right? Not actual
No,
proper.
there's
Oh, is it?
there's a lot of businesses that have RDOs, whether it's in
Oh,
offices or like actual construction and stuff like that. There's like RDO. Sometimes it could be every 3 weeks. Some kinds it can it can be only 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, or every 4 weeks. So and then some places even have
that's a bit pointless. Every 4 weeks.
well, it varies. Sometimes there's people that like there's businesses, not people. So there's businesses that have it where you work 2 weeks on, 1 week off, as
Oh
well.
yeah,
So there's stuff like
that's
that
what
too. So
the shifts things,
yeah,
the
so
shift work. That's what my mate does. He
yeah,
goes 7 on, 7 off.
a 1 week
Think.
on, 1 week off. So that's not too bad as well.
Yeah,
So you get paid decent money, so it makes up for it, I think so.
especially get a whole week off.
Mm.
I mean, but then again,
You're
bored
working
for
like
the week.
you're working the whole week though. Like you're working nearly like 20, 15, 17 hours, big hours. So it makes sense why you have that week off because you need to recover from
Oh yeah.
working those big weeks.
Oh yeah.
But you are making up the money for working 2 weeks technically. So it's like it weighs out.
True that. I
So
just
do
don't
2
think
weeks
about
in,
it because I've never done
do
that.
2 weeks worth of work in 1 week and then have a week off. Not bad.
It
mean,
wouldn't be bad. I
I
mean,
feel
it
like I
would, but it
technically
wouldn't.
work a
Like,
lot. I mean,
you'd have so much to do in that week. Like, you just like do this, this.
But I mean, if
But
you were
could
to
just...
like, if you were like to stream so much, because like you stream, imagine if you streamed like a whole day, like for a whole week, every day, nearly a whole day, and then you could have that week on, and then you make enough, and then you'd have a week off, and then you'd stream again the next week.
You couldn't really do a week off because people are like, where the fuck are they?
Where are they?
Because streaming's not. You have to cater for the audience, not yourself.
Well,
really.
some people that have had like 2 weeks off now. Someone. He hasn't been
2
streaming.
weeks. Who's that?
Good
2
old
weeks off.
Smurfy boy. He's now had 2 weeks off streaming.
Oh yeah. Oh, he has 2.
He had a week. I'm working on his.
Call you out, Smurf.
I'm calling him out. I've been working on his stream setup, and It
He's
kind
probably
of.
quit. He's probably like, I'm done.
He's paid me too. He's paid me for his stream layout. So.
Yeah, but he's probably damn done. Until he
But yeah,
gets
he's had 2 weeks off. He said he was gonna
something.
like get to the point. He goes, "I'll come back and I'll bring the new layout and stuff." And now it's only been 2 weeks. I'm like, I've still got a few more little tweaks to work on everything. It could, I'm trying to get it done around everything else.
I think you got plenty of time for that.
But that's what I'm like. Are you coming back anytime soon? Like, I can have this done, and then it's like
1 year later. Oh, nope, he's still not back.
But yeah, so it's like, okay, dude.
That's crazy.
We'll see when
2
we see you.
weeks. People be like,
Yeah.
especially because if you don't tell them,
Yep.
like if they don't know, they think you've
Well, like
gone.
he ended up having his reruns play the other day, like, and that was after he had like been off, and he's like, oh, I'll just have some reruns play. It's like, dude, and then he stopped doing the reruns. Now he's just even given up on that. He's just giving no one anything, like.
Oh, I did wonder that because I'm like, there's nothing now for like the last week that I saw.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been 2 weeks now. I'm like, okay, dude, bro, you're gonna come back? Like, are you still wanting to commit? So. Bruh.
Maybe she got a gun to his head. You're not fucking streaming. Who knows?
Oh, we've all talked about this. I've been upfront to him about it too, and he goes, no, I know. It's like, okay. I'm calling it as I see it, bro. I'm looking out for you, bro. I'm calling it as I see it. So.
You gotta get in that damn whip.
So, Coles. So yeah, no, it's a bit
Hey,
a bit
Coles.
interesting. Yeah, there was a Coles ad just came up in the background.
Oh, that scared me because I seen it at the corner of my eye on the corner of the
I think it's
TV.
still
What is
going.
flashing?
Yeah, it's all these things were going. Ow. But no, yeah. So I've been doing stream overlays. Another good thing.
Ow.
You may not. I've tied it up behind me. You may not see.
You forgot something.
It's empty
You
there.
forgot something.
Exactly, because it's right there.
I even see it now.
It's out of the picture for the moment, so we're gonna
All
work out
you
some
see
stuff.
is P.
P.
That's all you see is P. P for PC.
The P. So it's cleaned up behind me. I've moved my 3D printer out, and it's now set up out in the lounge room. And a nice bench, top drawer set we've got. That's nice and sturdy. Really thick, solid wood. Sitting on there. I've put on new springs.
Ooh.
And I've got new heads put on. And it is printing like a charm. It's printing so good. So there was like a couple of weeks, like it was like a month or so ago, I ended up getting the new bed because I had problems with it, and I definitely feel
I
like
remember
this
you made something and it was just weird. Like it, I don't know exactly
just
what.
didn't
This was
work. A lot of things
ages
weren't working,
ago.
and this was on this table here that I'm using, and you can kind of see how thin it is. So like you can see like there, like you can see how I'm pinching that. That's pretty thin, and I think the vibrations from the machine and everything else being on here and it being so
Just rocking
thin,
it.
it wasn't being stable enough. And then now they've got the new springs and everything's like really leveled. I've got it leveled properly. The green filament I had, which was an ABS, it needs to be really hot, and that wasn't working. So I've gone back to the old filament, which is the PLA.
The what?
I got black, and
Oh,
it is
black.
printing like a charm. It's spitting out so perfectly. There's no hiccups. All the builds are solid. Everything's printing beautifully. Like it is
Just like
clean.
when you first got it.
Even better than when I first got it. It's printing the most cleanest prints I've ever seen this machine print since I've had it. And I'm like, oh, it's so good. I've had this machine running like non-stop for the last 2 days
Ooh,
that I've had it working.
2 days.
I've been just printing. I've now printed, I think, 5. There's these things I'm getting stuff ready to sell at the markets and stuff. So I've been printing out different things.
Oh yeah.
So I've got 5 of one kind of cookie cutter cutout. I've got like I had printed out like a stack of little like keyring pieces or whatever, depending on what you do and something else. So I've had the machine running. Like each print of the cookie cutter takes just under 5 hours, and I've got 6 of them sitting there now. So that's under 5
That's
hours
30
each.
hours pretty much.
Yeah,
29, 30 hours.
Yeah, and then I've got another one printing now, and I've printed out an army of thing which took another like 5 hours. No, it was like 8 hours to print. So there was another thing that was like an 8-hour print or something like that. So yeah, it's been like 2. Yeah, it's just non-stop. I've just been printing it, like having it on just to like let it keep running, and it's like I've had before when I've tried running stuff, and it like would have moments. This is just going so good. Like I'm able to just start it again and keep going, and then start it again and keep going without it like losing a beat. And I'm just like, this is so good.
So the Master Chief suit when?
So yeah, well that's exactly it. You saw just behind me there. I've had the helmet out. So there's the old helmet that I was working with the build. I mean, I do have the other helmet up the back there. That expensive $250 helmet I've spoken about before. EB Games still hasn't replied to me. Yeah, they still haven't replied to me because they know what they're up to. They know what they're fucking shitheads.
I mean, do what I did, just ring them.
Yeah. They used to like reach out so well on their social media on Twitter and stuff like that, and then when it comes to these kind of things, they know not to reply. Like they know not to reply.
I just gave them an email, and they got back in a few days. But
I did go in store and talk to a person, and they just gave me some bitch and ass excuse. I'm like, yeah,
because that Horizon thing I had going on.
Yeah. So that's such a pain.
I had to get Blake to go into the eBay and get the fucking cash.
Oh, I was gonna say you got it sorted in the end too.
Yeah, I just had to ring up, and he's gonna go there eventually and get it and
Pick it up
transfer it over. But it's like, how long Horizon come out last fucking month?
Yeah, being dicked over. They're just fucking wrong.
Like EB is not bad, but when it comes to
Well,
certain things, they're weird.
Well, that was like the thing too. It's like remember how they had those sales up the other week where they had the PS5s on sale, which is like you had it with it come with the
They
you
went
get it.
live again
Yeah, yeah.
yesterday.
Well, that was exactly. They had them where it was with the console, like with the console. Of course, it's the console.
They had a bundle with the console. Oh,
you could buy a controller and you get a console with it for $800.
that's an expensive fucking controller.
So we saw those ones where it had that, and the other one was the Horizon bundle they had. So
Yeah.
that took like a little while to
That's
sell
freaking
out.
worth it. It's only $800. Like,
Well,
get it.
Well, they put up again that Horizon bundle. It sold out within like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like as soon as it was up, it was sold out again. Because I
Same as the
looked at someone's
controller one.
comment.
They had another controller that was gone.
I was just like,
Boom.
these things sell out so quickly, and people try to say they're not scalpers. Like,
I mean, it'd be 50-50. Like, some are, some
oh
aren't.
yeah. But like to say that there's no scalpers still scalping these up when
What about
people
the
know.
scalper's message that says "fuck you" to people wanting one?
Oh, it's just fucking
Did you
disgusting.
see that?
It's disgusting. They're
He
just so
sees nothing wrong with scalping them, and he keeps doing it.
yeah. Hey, they
He's
just
like
need to block
cry
them.
about it. I'm like, they're not
Like I said,
crying about it.
you
They're
need-
just fucking frustrated because they can't get it.
Yeah, it's pissing people off. It's like, what they need to do is only allow someone to buy it that has a membership.
They shouldn't put them up. Like, they should get emails
No,
from people
but if
wanting
they're putting
them.
it up, you should have a membership to buy it. And if it already shows that you've already bought one on your record, not to be able to buy another one. Like, maybe have two max,
That's
and that's it
that's
on
what
your
Subby
account.
said because he's a level 5,
Yeah,
and he got the email on that on Facebook and stuff because of their page for level 5s and that.
yeah,
He clicked it and they were already gone.
yeah.
I'm like, how?
You're a level 5. You're supposed to be advanced information on these things, and they're sold out
Is
before.
it a day or half a day? However long
You
it is,
get
like,
it a bit early. I think it was something like that. You at least get it earlier than anyone else on the other posts that go up. So it's either they don't have them, and it's all for like attention to the page, or it's like in-store staff members that are
oh,
just
they
taking
do
them
have
up.
them.
Like it's just going way
It's
too
just
quickly.
they're just selling out super freaking
But like I said, there
quick.
should be a limit. There should be a limit of one per customer or one per. Like I
There
said,
is, except bots can do multiple accounts at once, and
but you should be registering for an account. Like how are they bots registering for all these?
you should have to
accounts?
put a phone number and
verification,
email.
yeah.
Like a phone number is the easiest way to not get bots because unless you make up a phone number, which even then
Yep.
you got to verify.
And that's what Twitch and everything like, and different services. Facebook has it, Twitch has it, YouTube has it.
Yeah,
You
there's
got to
bots on there,
verify.
though.
You have these things to verify because there's bots that are made up of these accounts, so they verify these things so you can verify shit. You know, like there should be a way for that when
Next
buying
to
these
online
things.
orders, you'll have to say your freaking ID,
Like
which wouldn't be bad, but
no, but there should be a way to vent this stuff. Like you know what I mean? There should be a way to
there
control
is
and vent.
because other stores can, like Amazon and that, like they can.
Clearly feel like they don't want to though. Like that's what it comes down to.
Well, it's all money for EB.
Mm.
Well, money for kind of.
Well,
them.
that was like that time we had this dude come through work, and it was
Because
like
consoles, they don't really get the money. That goes back to
Yeah.
Xbox
well, this dude
and
spent like
PlayStation.
$10,000 on all those switches, and I knew exactly what was up. He had this.
$10,000?
Yeah. He bought like 20.
On the OLED ones?
Yeah. He like bought like 20 or 30 of them.
Fuck off.
And he's like, he goes, oh, I got 10 first, and he goes, oh, how many more you got? And I'm like, okay, let's just put all. And it's like over $10,000 the dude put through on these on the OLEDs, and I'm like, and we're like, oh, who are these for? He goes,
No
oh,
one wants them though. Like, if you already got a Switch, just keep your Switch.
we're like,
you don't
what-
need the OLED screen.
yeah. But that's something we even asked him like, oh, who are these for? And he's like, oh, these are for my employees. And I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Was they were like, oh, can we come work for you then? Like we're being smart asses. We're like, oh, we'll come work for you then. You know, we love getting. You would like to get an OLED for a Christmas present. You
I mean,
know,
I was tempted to trade mine in for an OLED one.
but
Because
It's
that
just-
screen is a bit bigger. And also you can play in the daylight.
Mm.
Unlock the Switch now. I was like, what the fuck am
screen.
I looking at?
But no, it's just like it's just like there's so much dodginess going on. It's just like why are people doing this? Like, okay, yeah, you got $10,000 to spend to do this because you know you're gonna make that money back. But like you
Also-
could have just done something else with it.
You know how old the PS Vita was?
Mm.
That had an OLED screen, didn't it?
Mm.
But the Switch didn't.
I know.
Like the Vita, that was probably better than a Switch in many ways. Except no one had it.
Yep.
People who did, there wasn't many.
Because there wasn't much for it. They didn't support
Well,
it.
there
they
was.
didn't-
There was plenty of games, but
Oh,
there
not
was
really. No.
God of Wars, Uncharted.
There was some. There wasn't many.
Resistances.
They didn't support it. They didn't
There
have
was a lot of
relations for
third-party
it.
stuff.
There was a lot more of that, but it wasn't enticing people to need to get one.
Oh,
Because
they wish they did now.
yeah. Oh yeah.
If they did, there would have been a one for PS4
That's
or
why
PS5. And...
that's why it ended, because of that reason, because there was no interest in them anymore. The backing for it wasn't
Well,
there.
there is now that they're not really made anymore.
It's because that niche market of handheld gaming is booming again.
'Cause I do want to get one, but
And the fact that you could play your main games on the Vita, you could play any of those games on the Vita.
yeah, just to hook your account up, isn't it? And
Yep.
just play on your online thing.
Yep,
Like
and it
your
recognizes if
whole...
you own it, and you could continue. Yeah, yeah, that was ahead of its
Yeah,
time. That was honestly ahead of its time. And look at it, like
That's because no one supported it.
yeah, well, no one.
That's all it is. Like,
Community didn't get that's the thing. Community didn't get behind it, because the community didn't get behind it. It didn't give the support, and then it was just back and forward. It's just this endless cycle loop, because someone wasn't doing this, someone else wasn't doing this. Then this was.
I
this,
didn't know
and
it had an OLED screen back then. Like, that's fucking crazy.
Sony had always been into that shit.
Was that PS4 though that came out?
PS3.
PS3 and it had OLED like,
Dude, OLED TVs have been around for a long time.
and yet the PS Vita was not even expensive like the Switch.
Well, it was about 350, 400.
Exactly, Switches are more than that. They're
Mm.
like 450, I think, 500 nearly. Like,
But that's
I think
because
Sony are making a
only
new
reason-
one though. To be fair,
the only reason with that though is because the PS Vita was entirely portable, where the Switch is dockable and portable. So it's a weird
But-
balance.
the
that's the
dock
thing.
is fucking useless. You just gotta plug a thing. That's all it is.
And that's where the difference
It's
comes
just a
from.
little
because,
holder.
Well, if you work it out, you could buy the docks separately. Those docks
$10.
alone. No, they're worth $150.
Oh.
So if you take that price off the dock, it shows you how much that console is worth.
Which is 350.
Exactly.
Yeah, but couldn't you do the Vita up like that though, without just with a cord?
Hmm?
Well,
Not
matter of
really.
fact, you can hook it up to your fucking PlayStation.
You had to hook
even
it up to the
better.
console. That was the thing. But it was a separate console of its own to hook up.
I just don't get the hype behind the Switch. I don't like it.
Hmm.
Like, A, it runs fucking hot. Like, I
It
played
has
Crash
moments.
Bandicoot. That made it very warm. I'm like,
It
that's
has
not
its
very
moments.
graphically intense.
Especially those old
like I said.
models. Like, especially those old models.
Yeah, I want to get the OLED though, because
Yeah.
they did nothing to it apart from the screen.
Yeah. It's one of those things, but
Which,
I know, it is what it is.
also, there was a
I'm here and there with it.
thing that this is a sales thing for Elden Ring. They sold 12 million copies in 2 weeks,
Yep, and it's just released
2
this
or 3
latest update.
weeks. That's nearly 1 million a day. They were
Oh
fucking
yeah,
selling.
so many people bought Elden Ring. Like, because it's a multiplayer game.
It's the
So many
highest.
people buying it.
They're all multiplayer. They just no one played it because it was Dark Souls or Sekiro or like.
Well,
Now
there was
they're
only a
like,
few.
"Ooh,
Like I
Elden
said,
Ring."
Elden Ring was multiplayer. Sekiro was multiplat.
Dark Souls are multiplayer.
Yeah, well, that took a while for that. Bloodborne's exclusive.
Hmm.
And then Dark Souls is no Demon Souls.
Demon Souls.
Demon Souls is exclusive.
Yeah, but like Dark Souls has been a thing since 2009.
It's
like-
weird because
no,
where Dark Souls
11.
started, like they did that because they wanted to make a version that was Demon Souls, but then multiplat, and it's like a weird, same but not same game. It's confusing
I prefer Demon Souls over Dark Souls.
because I remember playing that up. I'm like, this is kind of like Demon Souls, like exactly the same as Demon Souls, but it's not Demon Souls. I was like, what? Like everything, the whole thing. I'm like, huh?
Yeah. And now Elden Ring is a combination of all their games. Into
Which makes
one.
sense. They've come a long way. So it
Like
makes
you
sense
die,
to-
you don't lose half your damn health.
Mm.
Like permanently lose it. Like that's a dick
Oh,
move.
I've seen a lot
like
of people
you die.
trolling people at the moment too. Have you seen
And
that?
like Dark Souls 2, if you die, it keeps going shorter. Like,
Mm. No, I've been seeing a lot of things lately where people are trapping people.
with magic.
Just in general, just like trapping people so they can't get past them. So like people walk into
That's
a corridor
hilarious.
and they'll bait them in, and then they'll get stuck, and then someone else will stand on the other side, and they just trap them in the corridors and stuff in hallways. It's like a common trend now.
That's just well played.
I was like, damn.
That's just GG's and you're just
It's like,
done.
I'm just like, God damn it! I just want to play my game. It's like, can you just let me fucking pass? Like,
Thing is, you can't get invaded unless you enable stuff. I don't think.
I think so, yeah.
So if you get invaded, that's your own fault.
Because it was like one of those parts where it was open, and then you could see all the other players running around and ghosting around and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that happened in all the things.
Yeah, so there's
You
a
see
part
like
where...
other players in their world just doing a thing.
Hmm.
I've seen one jump off a cliff. It's like one thinking, woo, I'm like, bye, dead. I'm
But
like,
yeah, no, but
damn,
they just dropped that update as well. Was it 1 point patch, whatever it was?
3.
Big patch, big
Yeah, they screwed over the speedrunners.
yeah.
They made it. They got to find a new way to do it now. I'm like,
Oh god.
I mean, I don't think it was intentional because they were exploiting bugs in the
Yep.
game, like that
Yeah,
frost
because I
stomp.
saw some speedrunner was they beat the game in like very
28
like 6 hours or
minutes.
something. Like I can't remember. It was like
No,
something
it's
really.
down to 28 minutes.
That's what it was. It was something really stupid, like really stupid. And I was like, what the fuck?
All you needed was a starting game weapon, and it's got an ability where you hit the ground with your foot, and this ice just goes, and it
Yeah.
killed everything. And now they've made it longer to cast and less damage it does, so that's good.
Yeah, patched it, nerfed it basically.
Yeah, you could play the whole game with that one damn stomp.
Jeez.
That is broken.
Damn, I could have played the game and just done it.
Yeah, you could have. I mean, you still can, just don't update it.
Yeah.
Just turn off your
Seems-
internet and play it and do everything, and then just go, yeah, I'm done. 28 fucking minutes.
Well, there's speaking of internet and trying to play through games. Did you hear that Gran Turismo had technical issues due to maintenance for 24 hours?
Yeah, they couldn't play because they weren't online.
Yeah, because the game's strongly online game, so when they were doing service, they had to shut down the servers, and I don't think they pushed that notification across properly.
Oh,
So it was down for 24 hours, and everyone was getting mad and pissed about it because it's like, why can't I play my game?
oh.
And I mean, it's people got to start realizing. I mean, we are in that day and age now where games are very online driven.
That's right.
Like,
It couldn't be a thing back with the other Turismos because online wasn't a thing.
And I guess because it's so more procedural as well. I guess how they've built the game. I don't know, unless they're
I've
gonna
been, I
maybe
haven't
get
installed
around it
mine
and
yet.
update out of it. But it's weird because I just wouldn't think it would need to be so online. I was just like, okay, it's a bit
Well,
weird.
we converse other people and stuff.
Yeah, so I guess maybe there's a big part of that.
I just don't see the people's hated microtransactions in there. Like, who cares? Like, you don't have to use them. Don't have
Yeah,
to buy them.
it's like any
Just
other
play
game.
the damn
Any
game.
game has
If
them. Like,
if you bought the game and like I got to grind to play these, do you even like it? Because if you bought it, you would be playing it and getting them anyway.
but it's like any of these games have them. Like that's the thing though. Any game you play nowadays will have that in some form, like of microtransactions.
I mean, it is dirty what they
DLC
did though. Like
or-
they put like a game that costs $5 in GT Sport now costs 40.
yeah,
But then again, you don't have to buy it.
yeah.
Stop
That is
whinge
a bit much,
bitching.
but-
Like it's their thing, it's their game. Let them do what the fuck they want.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to buy it. You have to.
Like
do
if no
anything.
one supports it, they'll change it. Like
What they did with Halo, but at the same time they did that whole people complained about it, so
with
they
what?
wanted to change it. They changed it, and then 343 were like, "Hey, guess what? We're changing it back. We're gonna take everyone's level off because we realized we're being too generous." That was ages ago, but still, I've given up on it.
Yeah, everyone's give up on it. Really,
I would rather just continue playing
I see
Fortnite.
people playing it now and just keep thinking,
I
why?
was saying, oh, maybe I might stop playing Fortnite and play Halo, but no, I'm like, no, I'm gonna stick to Fortnite.
Yeah, that's what I said on your stream the other day. Like, if
Dude,
Daz hates
honestly,
Halo's bad.
Like, honestly, if you like think the prices in fucking Fortnite are rough, don't even look at the prices in Halo.
Yeah, was
like,
it $40 a caddies?
It's like
30 bucks a
25,
caddy,
30
or
bucks.
something
It was
like-
just caddies and a bunch of colors that you can't even use on everything. That's the half problem. That's like the
Yeah,
code.
I know.
That's
There's
like
like different armor sets, different things for armor sets, and I'm like,
Just like,
you could have just made the one fucking set for everything.
well, it's like the code that they gave with the special edition. Oh, here's a skin color. You can only use on one type of armor, and you can only use it on like one gun. Not like
I mean-
let me use it on all the guns. Like,
You know how
Hello?
easy it is to make one color across multiple fucking armor sets?
you just allow access to all different guns. Like, it's not that hard.
Exactly.
And they only allowed it to one weapon.
Like,
Like, I can understand giving the code for the Nerf gun. Like, you buy the Halo Nerf gun, you only get the color for the assault rifle. That makes sense because it's designed promo for that. But like, when you're getting a game that's a special edition and you're just getting a basic ass blue, which doesn't make sense when it's an EB exclusive code. Here's a blue skin. Well, wouldn't you think being EB Games and GameStop, they'd be like, oh, we're partnering this because it's exclusive with EB Games. Oh, we should release maybe a black and red skin or a red skin.
You'd think so.
Oh no, we're gonna give them blue. That can only be used on one gun.
And no one probably uses it.
It's on the battle rifle, and the only time you get to use that is if
Oh.
you pick it up or if you're playing SWAT. Like, go figure.
Where's all the backlash at these? Like, I don't hear none of that backlash.
It's just.
All I see is Gran Turismo. I was like, I think that's way better shape than Halo.
But you
went
look
for
at all
it
these
for
articles though that are written
microtransactions.
about this, and it's clearly written by Xbots.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about it, but like, it's like it sucks. But like, you look at all these articles, and they're very PlayStation biased. They're like, oh, this is what's happened to PlayStation Super exclusive. Oh, sucks to be you over PlayStation. Like, and this
you
hasn't
sort
happened
of,
to an Xbox game. This has not happened to an Xbox game.
You should have seen the comments because I watched a thing about the Gran Turismo microtransactions. Someone goes, "Oh, Gran Turismo is so good," and then they did this. I'm like, I'm not giving Polyphony another cent. I'm like, I have a microtransaction that you don't have to get.
You don't have to buy them. You can clearly just earn on these things by
I
playing.
mean, they said it would take a while to get a car, but like, if you like the game, you will play it.
Exactly, you'll play it and you'll grind it.
Exactly, like
Just given
I
the
don't
option
see
to
what
speed run.
It's like probably the best game to do it with because you don't have to buy them. With Fortnite, that you have to buy them unless you
Yeah,
get a
because they're
battle
exclusive
pass
skins.
and-
Exactly, because those skins are in the shop as themselves.
But
or
even then, you've still got to
the Battle
spend
Pass
money.
skins.
With GT7, you don't have to spend anything.
Exactly.
Just play the fucking game. I'm overseeing about it, like Twitter, everything.
Well, that's like the
GT
thing
sucks,
too with those
GT
battle
sucks.
passes. The smartest thing is with the battle passes, you could, if you're really smart about it, you can buy the battle pass once. You get enough currency that you're
Rocket League, like
yeah, Rocket League. Like I said, Rocket League, Fortnite, Apex. Oh, I don't think maybe Apex does it. I think it does. But basically, all
I have
those
no
games
idea.
have a concept where any of those games that have a battle pass, you can earn because Dauntless is the same. You earn enough currency that you can buy the next battle pass. So you can.
so you can get through the pass very damn quickly if you play a little bit every damn day.
Well, the Dauntless battle pass is only 50 levels, and I hit that in
Oh.
like a couple of days by playing. It's so
Oh,
easy to level up
that's
through it.
sad.
And then after that, you get like shady coins. It's like a different currency.
You get shady coins.
It's kind of funny, but yeah, it's like what the hell?
It sounds like a Ubisoft thing. Shady coins.
That's what they want to do with their fucking NFTs. Fucking shady coins with their shady currencies.
Yeah, well, NFTs are apparently not coming to games at all. Thank God.
Thank God for that, honestly, because it was the wrong way. NFTs were attached to like a cryptocurrency. These games weren't using a cryptocurrency. They were just going.
Yeah, why
this game's
developers
exclusive,
go
pay
for
money.
that though? Like,
And that's-
what made them think? Oh, that'd be a good idea.
But like if they're partnering and working with cryptocurrencies like crypto games do, that I can understand.
But
But the
still,
fact they're basically
no.
what they were basically getting at is going, oh, here's this item here, and here's this
like
item.
a helmet for like,
like-
what is it? Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
But it's like
There was a
here's-
helmet with a name on it, your name, but you can sell it to someone else, and then you keep getting money back if they sell it or some shit. Like
That's
it's
not how.
like you still own that, but someone else has it.
That's
like
not, and that's the thing. That's not how NFTs work. Like NFTs don't
NFTs
like,
are shit in general.
you have,
Like,
a,
it's
you have a
just
product, but let's say
scummy.
you have like it's shitty because like basically how games are doing was you had the product, you either earned the product or you bought the product. You had that, but I think basically you earned it, so you got it for free
but
anyway.
then you can sell it.
An
and,
exclusive
like,
item, and then you could sell this. So I got this exclusive item. Let's do play with with the empty one so I can do crazy shit with it. It's like, here's your
Right.
exclusive item. You've earned that by playing 100 hours. Here's an item just for you. Now you can have that, and it's labeled with your encoded with your name. You can sell that now for actual, like, either in-game currency would have been, or, like, real money, for whatever price you denoted. And it's up to that person if they want to buy it. So you could sell it for 10 currency, or you could sell it for 1,500 currency, you know? Or whatever money, you know, whatever you want to sell. So
Yeah.
that person, oh, I'll buy that. Then it's like your imprinted name. So it's like, you know, and then, like, say, how the games are trying to do it was that, you know, they own it now, but then you made the money, but it's still labeled as who it was originally from. So,
yeah,
it
like
passed
it's still
around.
got your name as the original thing. It's like,
But like with NFTs, actual NFTs, like it's similar kind of concept, but it was based off a currency. So you could have, you know, your bitcoins, which is, you know, I don't know, 2 bottle caps. Let's just say this is my bitcoins, you know, or my cryptocurrency, whatever it is. You know, I've got a couple of little coins here. You know, oh, I want to invest that into a solid amount. So it's basically turning, say, having, you know, you go to the bank, you take $10 and $1 coins. You take it to the bank, and you're going to turn into a $10 note. Oh, this is my $10. This is my NFT. That's basically what it is. You're turning it into a big solid note. So it's a whole chunk. That's if you decide to buy that price for if it was if it's 10,000, you're converting that loose change of 10,000 into one solid item of 10,000. So you're making your own currency. So you're making. Your own
people
notes.
have made NFTs that bad that shouldn't be a thing. Like people
and that's
have
something people
kind
fucking
of
up. Like, and that's all it was. That's all it was. It's
they
like you
took
had
advantage
a
of a
product.
system
Exactly.
that was innocent in its own right beforehand.
And that's why, yeah.
And now they've just given it a bad name, which it is pretty shady what people have done now.
The whole concept, like especially the businesses that have been scamming people out of money because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we've got NFTs over here, which they just basically made. Like I've just grabbed a piece of paper, and gone, oh, here's one NFT. I'm just gonna put it up because I've made it out of nothing, so it's cost me nothing to make. Here's one NFT up here. Oh, here's another one over here. Oh, Joe Bob's gonna buy this NFT. I'll give you what's the currency you're selling for? 15,000. Oh, here I'll give you 15,000 for that. They take it. They're like, oh, I got this thing. I've converted my coins into 15,000, but that's got to have a backing support behind it. So if it's not on a proper blockchain or a crypto chain, they're not behind a proper market. I'm a shady man. Well, then you've just spent 15,000 into nothing. It's worthless. You've just given over money for free.
Which is why people shouldn't be buying stupid fucking NFTs in the first place.
Minecraft game one where they were making that Minecraft version NFT game thing, and people were investing, buying skins and backing it. They were giving it to a company thinking they owned something when they owned nothing. So they were just backing behind it. But like an actual proper NFT, if you like the Bored Monkey, there was an actual established chain because it was running off at an established.
Have you noticed though? All of these shady things have all happened since 2019.
And the hilarious thing is the guy, like the people. There's not just the Minecraft one, but there's been other ones where this one dude did one thing, sold the shady thing. So many people bought it, ran away with it. They came back under a different name, did the same thing again, and ran away with it. It's like. Do some stuff like you can see,
and there's not a thing people can do to get it back.
Yeah,
because it's not proper.
It's like so many people where they've got scammed out of things like, oh, invest in this thing. Oh, I invest in this because it was backed by this such and such celebrity, so I gave them all this currency. Like that one person that gave over so much fucking Bitcoin or whatever it was. This is ages ago, and she's like, it was a value of it was going to be a value of her home loan. It's like, why did you even think of giving that? If it was a home loan, that much money to be like a home loan deposit for a home, why would you just give that over thinking you're going to multiply that? Wouldn't you get like a quarter of that and be like, let's invest a quarter of that?
Not even smart about it. I'll get a little bit more. I'll get less than that and just try it. But
yes, I mean, you get something little, you see how it goes. If it works, then you know. If it doesn't, well, you've only lost a small change. You've still got heaps there.
But still, if it's not a big thing, don't do it.
Like. That's why when I've been investing in Bitcoin currencies, I dabble little dollars to see how it flows. Dabble into it, watch my value go up and go down, and see if it's worth it. If it seems like it's going to start growing. That's just
that thing. Like you can put something in bigger after you've just done something good, and it could just go.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like with your NFTs though, like you could keep that NFT. If that currency though, that's the worst thing too. The worst problem is it's still your NFT is still valued on the Bitcoin's market. So if the Bitcoin like the currency goes, so for Bitcoin it goes up, so if that goes up, the currency of what you paid of course is going to go up because your dollar value is going up. It's just like it's like I don't know, people have this understanding like, oh, it's so hard to understand. It's no different to actual markets like stock markets and like that. It works exactly the same.
It's still a stock market. Like
so it goes up, the value goes up. When it crashes, it goes down. It's no different. Like, it still has its same value of, like, a currency note.
It's not
it's
for regular people trying to do it just for the hell of it.
So...
Because you're making it worse.
And that's the thing. And that's why putting into games made no sense because when there was no back behind it, and you're basically still giving money to companies, to developers, which they're already making money enough from, not NFTs, friggin' microtransactions.
NFTs.
You know what I mean, though? Like, they're making heaps of microtransactions and, like, the DLCs that they call now DLCs as surprise mechanics.
Yeah, well, you remember Dreamcast guy, the YouTuber that I put on, like, someone took his YouTube, like, a picture of him off YouTube, made an NFT, and was selling it.
Yeah. Yep.
As a YouTuber's collective thing. I'm like,
yeah. There was a lot of that, yeah.
YouTube that's illegal, highly illegal.
That's taking someone's likeness and then putting their likeness. And that was actually a big thing that I was watching recently.
They actually put his YouTube name and all. I'm like, ho, ho, ho.
Like, that's like there's people out there that do
picture and shit. Like,
yeah, it's just wrong.
Like, I don't know what happened about that. I think he took legal action, but still, like...
For his likeness without permission.
Oh, yeah.
But that was actually, surprisingly enough, that's actually a thing that came up. I watched... a new Corridor Cuts episode, and they were talking about that because of the new AI. We can because they did an episode where they basically snipped audio out of a thing to manipulate them to sound like it was one of their staff members to give permission to use their audio to make a virtual voice out of it. So for the video, for the bit, and he had to get consent later on, of course, and then later on, they do mention this new episode of the video.
Consent before you release it.
Yeah, exactly. So that was the whole consent. They falsified consent because they wanted to see how it would work, and it kind of basically showed a plot hole in their system that kind of threw the company under the bus, showing that their security protocols are broken to give these consents. But the basically the
people
moral...
don't get you can't just take someone's image and shit and just use it. Like, you can't.
And that's what they were getting at.
If they find out about it, you're in shit.
Exactly. So they lost their account. But the moral of the latest episode of the corridor cuts they did was saying, with the day and age of having deepfakes now and the AI voicing and stuff, it becomes a very hard area to try and... Because there's no rule... There's a grey area with
you can
having
tell the
facial...
difference between an AI voice, though. Like,
you can. But the fact that there's AI voices that's still your voice. Like, this is our voice. We could get the...
Yeah, but they're not... They've got
perfect.
Jumps and cuts and it's just stupid.
But the fact that it would literally sound like us. If we gave the consent and did the whole scripting, it would sound like us, but it's robotic. But then that's taking our likeness, and anyone could use that and make it sound like that we're saying things that we're not actually saying. That's the scary part. It's getting to that point where there's no... Because it's a new territory for facial likeness, putting deepfakes, and vocal AI voice, there's no... full because it's new, it's technology. There's no actual it's a weird grounds for what people can and can't do. So there's these new laws are gonna have to start coming in.
There's things you can't do.
No, but that's the thing though. But there's you say that, but there's laws that don't exist because
give it a couple.
That's
of
exactly
years.
it. They're gonna have to start putting in because we're now at this grounds that we can virtually make people get their...
you can easily tell what a deepfake is. Like, you can easily tell.
Oh, dude, you can easily tell. But if you're to sign up to a call, or they just go, you don't know. Like, anyone could be like, oh,
but still, the AI voices are still shit. Like,
it's shit. But like, dude, you can
I've
easily...
spoken on a phone before. I was like, I also want a real person. Bye.
No, but like, this is so bad that you can basically sign up. That's what the corridor video showed. They grabbed snippets from different podcasts. It was like over different. Like he said he spent 9 hours grabbing different phrase words from different podcast episodes to make a consent form, because you have to give consent via voice, and he grabbed different phrase words to make this whole phrase out, and he used this from a computer algorithm that made like basically an AI voice to give consent to this program to make an AI voice, and it allowed it. That's how scary it was that he was able to break the algorithm, like the AI that was...
I'm guessing there's going to be things against that soon, really.
That's exactly it. So there's going to have to become a consent basis where you can't, because it already happened, where people are taking people's likenesses for fake videos and putting voices to it. And
actually, if you know what they're going to say, you can hand pick whatever the fuck you want to put in there.
Yep, and you can make people say anything you want. And it's scary.
Well, it might sound a bit weird, all different tones.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Though. You could get a deepfake or even have it on a call, even though it would sound a bit choppy and broken. But you could say things that you wouldn't say.
That's when you can tell that, because if people believe that, they should not be in that job.
But not just job though. Like, there's people in general that don't. Notice the difference. Some people don't notice the difference. They could sound like you might be having an off day or something, or a bit, But you don't know, and they could use your voice to say things you wouldn't say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, like that's where I guess this weird point, and you could get your voice to sign up for different things that you wouldn't sign up for, or give consent to things because they assume it's you. They don't know if that's you or not.
That's what we're running the risk of doing a podcast, because they can just get our videos and.
That's what I mean.
We said a lot of shit.
But that's what I mean. It's crazy though to think that's where we're heading now with technology, and we're going down that path for the future.
But then again, there'd be ways to prevent it, and
they'll eventually come in line.
It.
But if we keep perfecting deepfakes and AI voicing where it's starting to head, it's going to be...
No, it's actually good. We can perfect that. We can perfect it. They can counter it quick. They can counter it quicker.
But it's definitely interesting, because especially the fact that they do
deepfakes. You can, I don't know, like, you've pretty much got to be front on. If you'd move it a little bit, you're like, yeah.
I mean, there's that sense of what things are, of course, but you know what I mean.
Well, you said when you start talking, because the mouth moves and eyes, and there's a lot of shit that goes.
Not necessarily. That's what I mean. That's not necessarily the perfection is what I'm getting at. Not the fact that it looks bad. Yeah, it looks bad, it looks shocking. It's more the fact that there's no consent behind it. It's at the
Well,
point
yeah.
there's no...
Mm.
Yeah, there's no consent, so people can do these things. Even though it looks shocking and do it. They can still... Someone can still get a video of us and just make a video out of it where they grab our faces and put it on us and we're, you know, doing stupid things and saying stupid things. Like, they have... You know, there's no... We can say, hey, take that down. But they necessarily don't have to. Like, they're still in that... And that's the broken part of it. They're still in their rights to
get
kind
in
of
contact
do
with
that.
whoever did it and
Yeah.
to say that was not us.
That was not us. Can you not do that? And, but they in that weird. That's what I mean. That's with the weird grey area that exists. That they can basically say no, I don't want to, and you can't.
Like with YouTube,
it's
that'd be
hard.
pretty obvious because it's not on our damn channel.
That's exactly it. And that's what I mean. That's where this copyright thing, where your copyright for your own likeness is starting to come involved, and it's just, you know, the whole movie industry being as well being able
Try
to.
to be careful who you do things for, like videos and things
What
for.
consent
Like
you're giving. Because consent now is in a grey area. The fact that things that aren't actually legally covered under consent that you can give over without.
You've got to actually read everything now.
Mm.
And if something's wrong, you're legally allowed to say nope, bye.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
I'm not doing.
definitely
I'm
being
not
safe
signing
out there.
that because that little thing is off. Like one little word.
Mm-hmm.
Like your could be two different. Like mean two different things. Like
Exactly. And it's just this weird future we're heading into, but you know, it's interesting things.
so the
to
future's
see.
always good. It's just can they keep
Future
up
is ever changing
quick
so.
enough?
Hmm.
Of course they can keep up. So no doubt they're already working on it. Like because the more people report it, the more they get a hold of cases, and then they get their own way of preventing it. Because just think, like nothing really big cyber happens, like cyber stuff now, like because things are onto it like that.
Pretty much.
Like, people with fraud and that, they're only their own stupid idiot selves who give out their own fucking
Well, the amount of
information.
things they talk about every day, like the banks will talk about how much fraudulent things they deal with every day. How many fraudulent cases?
That's because it's their own idiot's fucking fault who say
they
the
just waiver
stupidest
so
stuff
much
out
of it.
loud.
They just waiver so much of it. Not even that. Like it's just easy to get things, and people just take calls and don't realize there's so much digital. Like, yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah,
it's phenomenal how it can happen.
It's like how I got my bank hacked. I'm like, I didn't make this.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't do this.
It happens.
And they're like, okay, we'll just cancel it and refund.
That happened to me that time with Wish, a couple of years back. So
Wish. Oh, you mean like the G2A things? Like they put you up to the membership?
No, not even that. The time with Wish where it hacked my account, and they bought all those phones and that sex toy.
Oh yeah, the $500 a phone or some
$500
shit?
of phones and one sex toy. I was like, what the fuck are they doing?
No, I'm pretty sure that was you drunk. I reckon.
Definitely no, it wasn't
$500 and a sex toy.
Definitely no, it wasn't that. And then they changed my account to fucking Brazil or something like Brazilian, like Spanish or something like that. It was fucking stupid.
I mean, so you didn't dream that like the Tinder thing? Hey, who knows?
God no, because I'd stopped using the app. I'd stopped using the app and I got rid of it. Like that's what I mean. I wasn't using it at all. I hadn't used it for ages, and then I came back.
You probably didn't disconnect the account though. That was the thing. Someone got access to the account
because they changed it and then they converted it and then they refunded. It was just fucking dumb.
That's why I don't put nothing in. That's not like that's not a. Like, don't ever go to Wish ever. No one do it.
Yeah.
Wish and are they Chinese? Yeah, they're Chinese. Like, just don't trust them.
So yeah.
That's a big warning right there. Especially if the thing costs $2, like say my little laser pointer was $2. I got that, but don't do it.
It's just crazy. This is kind of funny. So this happens. Two different things have come up through the week that people are just ripping on them for. So we know we're getting closer and closer to Starfield, right?
Oh, that's like 9-10 months away.
So the one thing they're getting flack for, which is I don't know why they chose that date, but they got their release date set for the 11th of the 11th.
Oh yeah, I've seen something about
that. Which is
that.
Remembrance Day.
Yeah.
It's like
and put a shooter out then.
It's like, why would you release a shooter on Remembrance Day when that's a set day for remembrance? Like, well, you could have done the day before, the day after, but why exactly 11th of the 11th? Like come on.
I'm guessing the date, but like, they should know that.
Like, that's exactly it. Do it like a couple of days before so it doesn't
Also, why are people saying that now when it's been that date since last year?
No, oh, I don't know. It's only recently. I don't know. Like they've put it, but
That's
they've put
weird.
more out of it. I don't know. It's
It
weird.
was that date last year before the next gen consoles came out. It was
Oh,
that
it
date.
was weird. I don't know. But yeah, it's been recently trending this week, and yeah, everyone's been like, "What the fuck's going on?"
I mean, it doesn't like no one's gonna really care, but there's
A
still
lot of
like
people
people
are
do
saying they're
care.
going, "I don't really care because I'm not going to be playing it anyway." So
Other games just come out on that date.
there's like a lot of people that are, from majority of the comments I've been
Wasn't COD
reading.
out or Battlefield out one of them dates? Like, who cares?
I can't remember, but like a lot of the comments I've been reading, people aren't interested in this game at all. It's like I'll scroll through
You
the
know,
comments. A small
you know
majority
why
are
though?
for it, and it's like,
People say it's just like Fallout in space
yeah, it's like we've already got that,
or Elder
but
Scrolls with guns in
we've
space,
already got that with fucking Outer Worlds.
which is
Like
done well
it wasn't
because it's
them, but it was done
Obsidian.
by their yeah, the one that stepped away from 'em, like not theirs. Which is kind of funny. They came out with a space Fallout Skyrim game late after Outer Worlds. That you know what I mean? It's kind of funny. It's just
Pretty sure it's been a thing for years though, but like
that's what I mean though. And then they've taken so long to get it released, and yet here they're going, oh, we got Outer Worlds. Oh, guess what? We've got a second one coming.
I don't think it's coming out end of the year.
It's gonna change, you reckon?
I don't think it's coming out. I think it's gonna get delayed till like 2023.
Yeah,
I can because why would you put a release date that early?
yeah. Well, it hasn't been. Didn't
They
they announce it ages ago? Like,
last year. They've
and did they announce Starfield though ages ago though?
2019, 20.
So it's been a.
Let me have a look. You
It's
you
been a
keep going.
while.
I'm gonna do a quick
I
little
was saying
research.
the other thing too. I haven't looked at it yet. I haven't looked at the footage. But did you see they dropped a whopping 8 seconds of footage
Of what?
of
Starfield.
Starfield?
Oh, that's what people got like those few screenshots from.
Yeah,
Which
because only like apparently 8 seconds of game, like or whatever it is, like not even gameplay. Like it's just a 8 second clip that they dropped, and everyone's been talking like, what the hell? I thought that's I haven't seen it yet. I mean, 8 seconds.
okay. Starfield official announced teaser 2018.
Yeah. So it's been a
I was
while.
way off. I was a year off. And then they had settlement system overview 2021, and they showed more stuff last week.
There's been
this
so many
week.
games though. It's kind of funny when it's games like I still remember that time which people forgot about. There was that game they announced, like what was it? Rockstar announced that game Agents back in the day, and then that took like years to hear anything from it. And then they're like, "Oh, we've scrapped this title."
That's not scrapped though. That's still a thing, but that's not coming out yet.
No, I think they
That
scrapped that one. It was
it
like that
hasn't
one.
officially been scrapped.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they did. From what I remember, they recently posted about that like last year or
No,
something.
it was also a PS3 game. Like it was a
Because
PS3 exclusive that like they'd never. Maybe it might still come because it hasn't been scrapped yet. They just
I thought
they worked on
scrapped one
other
of it, yeah.
things. I know they scrapped Bully 2. They scrapped that, but not Agent. It's crazy because people are still excited for Agent. Like if I put in Rockstar Agent, yeah, it's still a thing. Like they
Yeah,
haven't
they
scrapped
they
it.
shelved it. They shelved it for now.
Yeah, but they
But
haven't cancelled it.
that was announced back in 2008, 2009.
2007.
Even then, and they've now
It
shelved
was
like
teased in
it's
2007.
like we could have finally had a new game from Rockstar, and it gets shelved, and we keep
I'm
getting
not thinking
Grand Theft-
Agent will come out for PS5.
but we
It would-
keep
it would
getting
have
but we
to.
keep getting GTA 5.
Yeah,
Like,
but
why do we keep getting PA? Like,
no.
I don't want to keep playing PA 5.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I
Um,
don't care.
Then there's another announcement that was yesterday, today, which is kind of annoying. That I don't know why they keep announcing things, and we can't just have things when these things release. But they
God.
announced that fucking Christopher Lloyd is joining the third season of The Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, I had that written down.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, that written down nice.
Yeah,
But so it's
just to
like,
know who he's
but
playing
there's so many
yet.
times these things are happening where they're just like, oh, this person's like, why do we have to know? Like, why do these things have to go? Oh, this person's joining. It's like, there's no
You could
reveal.
hold
There's
off
no
and wait for the like just watch the episode and like, oh shit.
like, why do
Like-
things have to be spoiled in the first one to cover it now? Like, and then everyone covers it. It's like, where's the suspense, the
How do they know
surprise?
he's in there already?
Like, it's just, it's because it's going to be coming out soon.
Things aren't leaked. Things are put out there. Like we'll give you a bit of information. You post it.
That was
Oh,
like-
it's been leaked.
And that was like the whole Spider-Man thing, where they leaked things. They knew exactly what they were doing. They did it all themselves because these were like proper set photos and like set footage and stuff like that. These were like proper
Good
things.
hype.
Like, because you'd know who took those
I
photos.
mean,
You'd
hype.
know.
Christopher Lloyd. I mean, in Mando.
I
What's
mean,
he
he was
gonna be
pretty
like?
good. He was
Some
pretty
old
good
dude
in
on a
Nobody.
table?
So
Yeah, but that's different than.
I
Star
want to see
Wars.
if he's gonna be kind of like a cranky old man, still be like, "Hey, get back!"
Oh. Oh, you don't want anything like that in there. That'd be weird.
Oh no, it works with the Mandalorian. I can tell you that now. Some
Yeah,
of those
but
characters.
I reckon he'd just be at a bar or something. Like
So he'll be. Yeah, it'd be interesting.
doing a cameo maybe of
Who
someone.
knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? But what else?
Who
What have you got anything?
knows?
That's the only things I had anyway. Did you have anything else?
I got Hogwarts.
Oh, that's right.
Hogwarts
That
Legacy
the new game
comes out in holiday 2022.
Mm.
It's got 14 minutes of gameplay,
A
which
lot of people getting hyped behind that. A lot of people have been talking about it. So.
it's open world RPG. Fucking Hogwarts, man.
Mm.
You actually go to combat with the spells and.
Hello,
Ah!
Havana
Oh, that's what use that spell. That's what use that spell.
I better.
Except the main person you play as sounds like Harry Potter for some fucking reason.
Oh god, it's typical British. Hello, I'm Harry.
Like Hogwarts.
Why can't I play as a guy that's like Voldemort?
Not everyone's fucking
I wanna play as
British.
Voldemort. I want to make a Voldemort. Havana Kedavra.
You got it's actually character customization. You can probably make Voldemort.
Can I make a bad
But
guy?
he didn't look like that back in the school days.
No,
though.
no, he didn't. But I wonder if I can make a bad guy. Like if you can be good or bad.
I don't know. I know you I have no idea.
That's kind of cool though. That is,
Maybe.
I guess, kind of cool though.
Have
get
you
to create
watched
your
the
own
thing
character.
though?
No, I've seen
Do it.
screenshots and stuff.
I'm not gonna say nothing about it because just go watch the video, my dudes.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's 20 minutes if you want the extra stuff afterwards. Of developers talking. But no, you can even spoiler, you can fly the hippogriff.
Hey, so you
You
gotta like.
can fly your broom around open world to get around.
That's pretty cool. Flying cars.
Why do you play Quidditch though? They never showed Quidditch. I would be in there like all the time, just fucking.
So it'd be cool to see what they're gonna do with it, like where it's gonna go. It's gonna be interesting to be able to.
It
do
looks
everything.
damn good. There's bosses.
Because
There's
it's
people,
it's
other
set
wizards
in
who
the
are bad.
universe, but away from all those events. So
Well, you know the little elf dudes, the goblins.
yeah.
They're the bad guys of the game.
Okay.
Yeah, this
So
is
I'm
back
trying
in
to
the 1800s.
So set before all the events happened.
There's Dumbledore on that there.
Yeah, well, Dumbledore's quite old, so it's just.
They
I
even
guess
got the beast from Fantastic Beasts, little hedgehog thing, or the
Oh,
penguin.
does it? So
the
I guess it
platypus
would.
thing?
I guess it would
What
be
is
set.
that thing?
I guess it sits in between the void of Fantastic
Hmm.
Beasts and Harry Potter.
Maybe because it's
Somewhere
got
in that time.
the rumor requirement, it's got everything.
Mm.
I'm like,
And they've always been there, so.
there's base building.
Base
From what
building.
I saw, you can customize stuff, put like buildings and shit. Like, oh,
That's pretty.
I don't
cool.
know. It's full RPG, man. You can level up
Interesting.
spells, get spells, learn things, fight things.
I guess
fly.
that hopefully then you could be good or bad then.
You
Hopefully.
can go to Hogsmeade.
Mm.
These aren't spoilers, are they? They're in the video.
They're in the trailer, so. You're not spoiling anything.
But you know
These
how
are
you
all
got like
announcements.
when you got Potter and Malfoy at the tooth into the table. They've got that, and you just and you knock them off. They got all the professors. Not the professors that we know though. Like
They got
they're,
them
like,
all
new.
covered, but they're new, different. Yeah.
cause this is way back when.
Mm.
I thought McGonagall was back then as well, like with Dumbledore. But the
Yeah,
person
'cause-
who they have there sounds like her though. I'm just like,
Is it or is it not?
no, it's not. It's
No, but that's
some
what I'm
other
saying.
lady.
Like,
But,
it's like, is it like kind of like trying to be those
do they
characters
have to
without
get
being...
recognizable-ish voices to like, especially the main characters? Like, why does it sound like fucking Harry?
That's a trap. I'll have to look at that after.
I think he can be a female as well, and one did sound like Hermione. I'm like, are they deliberately doing this?
I'm gonna have to look at that after.
Yeah, all you hear about the whole gameplay trailer is that voice going, "Say all the fucking spells," and you're like, "That's fucking Harry."
Okay, I'm gonna have to have a look at that. Kind of curious now.
You don't hear Voldemort though. 'Cause he wasn't even back then.
Should we
Yeah, they do that spell. It's like you can even do the deadly spell. I'm like, oh, that's deadly. You're
I'll
just
just be
like,
going around.
"Look
Honestly,
it's,
if I can do that spell, I'd be the type of person that plays that game just going around to everyone going, Fadabra Kadabra! Fadabra Kadabra! Fadabra Kadabra! And I'd just be doing it to everyone around. They walk up to Dumbledore like, Fadabra Kadabra! Like, I'll just do it to everyone.
Dumbledore."
I'll do it to everyone. I'm sorry, but I'm like that kind of anarchist fucking chaos character that I'll play. And
I
I'll
don't
just be
think
like,
you can do it like that.
but imagine just going around to like some poor little kid who's like, hello, I'm new to this. Fadabra Kadabra! Just going around killing the younglings.
It's like when you watch the movies and you got that Colin Creevy dude. It's like, oh no! Like,
Can I hold
oh,
it? Can I hold like a
poor
gun?
kid.
Can I hold like a gun? Like Robert Pattinson?
No.
Can I hold my wand where it's like a gun and go pew pew pew?
I don't think so. It's just like, I don't even remember the fucking spell thing, the names, if I just say spells. But they got like the levitation, the unlocking one, and stuff to unlock things. And
Wingardium Leviosa! Wingardium Leviosa! Win Abracadabra!
right then, plop.
just fucking yeet them and just like shooting range. Just yo, Abracadabra! Like your quick shot.
Fucking playing
pull,
fucking pigeon or
pull.
something. Like, this is what we got to look forward to. Daz doing these in Harry Potter.
I'll just be like, everyone, if you can enter people's games, you just hear this one, you just see me run around, you just hear someone going, who's that in the distance? And you're like, oh
Can you
no,
imagine if that
oh
was
no.
multiplayer, like every student was another player. Oh,
dude, I'll become
I
the
think
new
the game would
Voldemort.
be too big for that.
I'll
Jesus.
become the new Voldemort. I'll just be Vedavacadabra in every player I see. They'll be
You're the
like,
only
fuck.
fucking person there.
They'll fear me. Everyone will fear me because I just run around to every server just like,
People are at the
Vedavacadabra!
front gate in fucking droves.
All you hear is just as soon as you say, you hear this photo. I was like, oh no, he's here! Run away! Dale is here in my game!
Don't say the name. Daz.
Or Pickle or something like that. Fear the Pickle. Thou you shall not be named. What's his name?
It's like,
Pickle. Vedavacadabra!
Did you hear the MCI was who? 246.
It
That'd
just
be
goes up to
crazy.
people. It's like, have you heard there's a guy? It's like, oh, I heard the rumors of the guy. You shouldn't watch out to him. It's like, yeah, you should be careful. He's like, well, what does he look like? It'd be like, me. Abracadabra! Welcome to the school. Welcome to my school. All the new players. How are you doing? Oh, there's a nice class of 10. Abracadabra!
It's like when they all walk past, you just go behind them. I don't
you need
even
to
see
go
it
to
coming.
detention. I hear the students go to the detention. They never come back. Out here,
That's dark.
outside of here is.
And you see the big fucking green flash out the door.
Oh god.
You know, if Dale was
Oh.
to make a movie,
Just
he would be the
chaos.
bad guy.
Just chaos.
He'd just go around Kadabra and fucking everyone.
With abracadabra.
Abracadabra.
Oh.
Who even, like, how do you even make up those names for those? Like,
Abracadabra, like.
what does that mean, death? Like, what does it
What?
even,
But abracadabra's always been a magic word, like abracadabra,
right?
like
But no one says it.
like.
Unless
But
it's a magic
apparently,
trick.
but I do like how in Harry, like, because it's the typical magical trope. Abracadabra is like the traditional, like, all magical wizard, like, you know, being a magician show, like old school magician pulling around. You'd be like abracadabra, and you pull a rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah.
I do like that Harry Potter, like, that's the one thing I must give props, like, to the whole, you know, I guess J.K. Rowling or whatever, and like the one word that's used in real life magic, which is abracadabra, is the one bad word that causes chaos in the Harry Potter universe.
What is it? Avada Kedavra or something.
Yeah, which is the same thing. Like, it's Avada Kedavra, like, it's just abracadabra, like, like, it's just the irony out of all things. It's the typical magic word that everyone says, and it's the
But
deadly.
I thought Voldemort, like, made that spell or something.
That's a spell that's always been around.
But no one used it apart from, like,
Because of-
him. Like,
Because it's bad word, bad to, you know.
yeah, but then if no one used it, why do we get the power in the game before Voldemort? And it's like,
Because it's always been there. You shouldn't use it. So that's what I mean.
Because you think Dumbledore would just use it, like, straight up when...
But it's the same thing. Like,
I-
it's just funny that when people Also, when things are using that magic words like Pokemon use it, where it's like Abracadabra, Alakazam, are the 3 different magical Pokemon type, and they're using their names are based after
That's
the
like
actual magic creature.
Drowsy and Hypno. Like, yeah, it's
It's
the
just
same
Drowsy
thing.
and Hypno. Like you get Hypno and you get Drowsy. Like, but it's just funny. Like, Abracadabra, Alakazam.
And yet, don't mock the names. Those are powerful Pokemon, though.
Exactly, but it's just funny how each one is
They also
based
mean
on
death.
Abracadabra, Alakazam.
Yeah, like those things are
It's
like I
Spanish,
always
isn't
died
it?
to those fuckers.
Is it Spanish?
I always died to them. So they mean death even in Pokemon.
Was it
I mean, not Abra. It just teleports everywhere.
Abracadabra? I mean Abracadabra and like the rapper. What?
Oh my god, who would name themselves Abracadabra?
Um, where is Abracadabra? No, I don't want to know about the.
Okay, won't do that. I got another thing here that there's a Daredevil reboot coming.
Yes,
That's in development.
it's the Netflix version, and they're doing a more of the MCU. Even though like it's weird because that
You don't
version.
need to reboot it though.
That's the thing because the Netflix version kind of already hinted that it was in the MCU universe. They talk about the events of New York and everything that happened, so it's
Well, they
already
got the
set
dude in fucking Spider-Man, so
and exactly it. But what they're doing is they're doing a reboot of that in the sense, but it's going to be properly in the MCU
someone said
universe.
make it a season 4 though, like continue it on, but
Yeah, I guess it's like a weird kind of
because that ended, didn't it? Like the show ended.
It did.
On season 3. Was it 4 or 5 they wanted? I don't know. I've never seen it. I just can't beat Affleck as Batman. Fucking Daredevil. You know, she's played Batman and Daredevil now. Like, that's crazy. Probably a better Daredevil.
Okay, so abracadabra it's from an Aramaic phrase, avra cadabra, which is like in Harry Potter. But the meaning of the phrase is meaning I will create as I speak. Is the translation for avada kedavra is I will create as I speak. But why are they causing death?
Yeah, it creates death. Like
the source of the 3 Hebrew words
unless
father...
you're Harry Potter, he survived the spell.
Okay, the source of 3 Hebrew words, Ab for father, Ben for son, and Ruach Akadosha, Holy Spirit, is from the Chaldon Avada Kedavra, meaning perish. Oh, okay. But
okay, so it does mean death.
In Hebrew, yeah, it says meaning perish like the word.
Makes sense.
Oh, and you know, like the
Yeah,
phrase.
think of it, all the names do mean.
Well, actually,
stuff.
that's kind of funny because you know how they always say in the Lord and the Father, like of the Lord, the Father, and the Son, and the power of the Holy Spirit. You know how that's that phrase in religion. That's basically the same sense as of what Avada Kedavra. Not exactly, but the phrase, I think it's, what's the phrase here? Shaldini Abadada Kedavra, which is basically Avada Kedavra. I guess it's a shorter version of that. But
they've simplified it for the movie.
But all these different, but all these translations, what it means is basically perish like the word, or I will create as I speak, or basically in the Father and the Son and the power of the Holy Spirit, basically.
So pretty much, you take things.
Yeah, it's
like you take the life of the person you casted at, really.
Yeah, so it's crazy.
So J.K. Rowling did do research.
So there's a bit of depth into it, but it's kind of interesting that at the same time that it's more, you know, basic magic. Everyone's like abracadabra. It's like I will create which makes sense. Like I will create as I speak. You know, I create as I speak, and then out comes a rabbit from the hat.
There's always a reason behind stuff like that, though, which you just got to dig into it.
But it's just funny that they use the typical magic trope word as the death word in the movie.
Which does make sense because it does mean death.
It's the phrase that should not mean. At the same time as it does, yeah. It's just funny.
That's crazy. So when someone says the rabbit did die in the hat, it means it did die. The spell worked.
It died as I created. So
yeah.
One died, the other one. I don't
know. Because I've seen stuff where things die in the hat. I was like, well, that didn't work.
The pigeons and the thing and the jackets.
Yeah, the pigeons they just drop. It's like don't
sitting in there, get suffocated and
that.
But yeah. But anyway, what else? What, you got anything else for the week as well?
Mario Kart Booster Course Wave 1 is out now.
Okay.
Some of the new tracks, or remastered tracks.
Oh, yeah, that's right, for the Mario Kart 8.
Wave 1's out. They run till next year, like, end of next year or so. Like, why can't it just be one pack at once?
Why can't they have just done a new game?
Well, there was Meet Mario Kart 9, remember?
So I mean, they've gone with this instead because now they've got because they know how much money they made from the DLC for Pokemon, which is good. They're doing DLC now, but it took them long enough to get to DLC. Now they're going to milk it.
Yeah. This caught me off guard. This caught everyone off guard. You remember Until Dawn? The game where you got to like have the choices, who lives, who dies. They're making a game again. Comes out June 10th called The Quarry.
Didn't catch
Kind of the same kind of thing as Until Dawn. Except David Arquette's in it.
Okay.
He got old, man. I was like, he looks familiar, but he's like, I'm like, damn. I mean, he's in the new Scream as well. He looks pretty damn showing his age. What's the Gale Weather?
Oh yeah, definitely. No, he definitely looks old now.
Yeah, I didn't realize. Like, I'm just like, because I watched Scream, I was like,
he looks.
They
did pretty good though from in Scream. He looks pretty good. Like they did okay with there, but
I think he just looks rougher on the game. I don't know. Like it's weird. Like look at the trailer after this as well. But yeah, The Quarry, June 10th comes out soon.
That's not far.
3 months, ish, 3-ish months. Supermassive games. I like Until Dawn. I'll play this. Better than that House of Ash bullshit. Those games are not. I played the first one of that.
Dark. What is it? Dark
Pictures.
Dark Pictures.
That
anthology, which means there's one more coming, I think.
Yep.
So.
Sometime soon, I think. But yeah, The Quarry. Check it out. Also, Tunic is out now on Game Pass. People want to fucking play it on.
It's like message I sent you. That one nice. With that guy who was like, "Oh, I was gonna buy this game."
Oh, you straight up called him a cunt. I'm just like, I told Mules, I was like, "Yep, he was right. He straight up said cunt."
The dude didn't even reply to me.
Well, you're a cunt.
Dude didn't even reply to me.
Oh, I didn't think you were being serious.
No.
I thought you legit said see you next Tuesday.
No, I straight up told him. I was like, "You're a cunt."
Yeah, if I had put lol, then the thing was like lol.
Yeah, you laugh, react to me going, "Just buy and support the developers." He's like, "No." And I was like, "Well, you're a cunt."
Yes, I was gonna go on there, try and find and just put cunt.
It just gets lost. But it's just. I like to know that he was American, but like, it's just sad. It's like, oh, I was gonna buy this, but like, people are seeing games as things to just buy, not that thinking the people behind it that have jobs that are making these games. That if you don't support them, they're gonna start not being. They're not gonna be able to produce these games anymore, and they're gonna be going either to different developers, which they're gonna change, and the studios are gonna like. People aren't seeing the bigger picture here. Like, it's cool that we're getting these things, and that's why it makes sense where GTA and stuff like that were like, oh, it's on Game Pass. There for a bit, baits you in, oh, it's going to come off, oh, I like it, I'll buy it. That's when it made
money, though. So they don't really need any more for that.
Well, right, they did that with GTA, and they did that with Red Dead. They put up there for about a month, got people in to play it, then they took it off, and people bought the game. People ended up buying the game because they were so hooked into it.
If you don't like it, don't buy it. That's the thing.
Like, I can understand Game Pass being like a trial system where you can they have games up for maybe a month. So if you got the option, so if you play it, you finish in a month, then you got your game out of it. But if you because some people don't always come and go, it's there for a month. You maybe play it for like once every week or something like that while it's up there.
Maybe you got the subscription just the day up before it ends. Like
and then it goes, oh, it's coming up.
If you like it, buy it then. Like
because they do give you offers with your Game Pass. Yeah. You can get DLC discounted or the game itself discounted through Game Pass. Because
and it's a heavy discount too. Like, it's not a damn skimpy one.
It's like you could be supporting these games that they're giving out and not just waiting for it to,
Because all I see is, it's on Game Pass. I can just sit back and download it and that's it.
And half these people don't want to support developers anymore. Or buy games, even if they're on special. If they're on special, but they chose to put on special, at least they're still making a portion.
You see people saying, "I'll grab it when it's on in the bargain bin." I'm like,
just get it. Just get it. Like, I wait for specials.
If 100 people did that, like if 100 people out of 1,000 just wait for the bargain bin, that's still fucking dirty. Like,
well, it's like I got one of those games for review on the Switch. I like the game that much that it happened to be on special at the time, but I was like, well, I actually like the game. I haven't even touched it. I bought it on Xbox, but because I got it for free for review, I was like, I actually like this game. I want to give them money. I will go out and buy a copy of it, so at least they've gotten a sale back. Like, okay, the store who bought it, like EB or whatever, they paid more money than what I'm buying it for, but they gave them money and I'm buying that product, so it shows that I'm reciprocating that energy back. Because the product now has sold and not just sitting there going to waste.
People are pissed that Days Gone's not getting a sequel.
Mm.
Because A, you didn't fucking buy it.
But that's the difference. That's the difference that gets me. What people don't get is, okay, I'm just getting a game. It doesn't matter what it is. So when you're buying physical, this is the
Fucking
different
good
thing
game,
people
though.
don't get. It's just a random game that I had sitting next to me. When this is bought, a store has already given the developer money. So they've gotten money, and you're now giving money for that. When it's on digital store that's being sold from the company, they're not making any money from that because no one's bought it. They don't make any profit until you buy that from that store because they're not giving them money for it.
The exclusive stuff do because they're still getting the subscriptions and shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you took
But like
that
third parties are different. If they're on Game Pass, they got a bit of money from Microsoft.
But they make a small amount from them to go, okay, we're going to put it, because they could be making more money back by copies to sell because they could have a game up.
That's why only certain developers do Game Pass though, like only
exactly it.
Struggling games.
That's what I get you. So that's what the ratio is. You go, oh, okay, we'll put a game up on Game Pass. We'll go, oh, we'll give the developers, say, because we want to put on Game Pass, we'll give them, let's say $5 million. Let's just say $5 million. We'll give them $5 million. We'll put that on Game Pass for a couple months. You have maybe 10 million people download it and play it.
And that's it.
So $5 million, if you were to therefore, okay, $5 million from
10 million's a lot of people still.
That's a lot of people. So they play that. Okay, they give them $5 million. If they were to sell those games from anywhere from $5 to the $70 price tag, 10 million players, that's more than $5 million made. Way more than $5 million made.
That's 20-30 mil.
Mm-hmm. So what's the better option for the developer?
Yeah, I know. I don't get it. Like,
that's how I see it.
I get why developers don't want to do it because they've said themselves like they don't want to put games on there because A, they're not really selling it, they're just renting it.
I can understand with Game Pass where you got studios like Bethesda and stuff like that. If you've got people that's under your studio,
yeah, just think they've got to release games straight to Game Pass now. Like people won't buy it straight up.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Especially they took them off PlayStation now.
That's like with Halo. They're like, oh, we've got 20 million players or whatever it was on Halo. How many people bought Halo? How much money did you actually make?
80 million.
No,
80 million downloaded. But did they have more players than what sold or downloaded? I'm like, how are they playing it? If there's more sold, if there's more playing it, then that was weird.
It made no sense. And that's what I mean. I get it. It's like there's no support for the studios, and then they're gonna dwindle. Like I can understand if you've got which it gives advance for people that are under your employees. So
I think Days Gone was fucking physical. That was people had to buy it. No one did. And they're like, "Give me a sequel." They're like, "Oh, we can't. We're not allowed to." Like it didn't sell well.
That's like movies. Movies and TV shows do the exact same thing. If they don't get the numbers, then they go, "Oh, we're not going to continue with that. It didn't get the numbers."
I think like Bethesda and that are kind of screwed now because they've limited themselves just to Game Pass, like
pretty much. Well, especially if they're only being Xbox exclusive too.
Which not all games are. Like some games, like Elder Scrolls, that are still multiplayer.
But being Xbox exclusives, they're going straight to Game Pass, so
they'll make most of their money from PlayStation, like because they'll fully buy it.
Yep. But that's the thing. It's just like I don't know.
Like I support Game Pass. I pay for it even though I don't use it.
I'm the same. Because you pay for your gold,
developers something.
Like they're getting something, but like if I'm not using it, they're making a profit somewhere. But like if it's weird because I don't really use it, so I'm not taking advantage of it because I'm not like. I usually use it more often for the specials, so I buy shit still because I'm getting the discounts.
Oh, that's better than just playing it on Game Pass.
But it's not even because there's no gold anymore. But that's the thing now. Your gold is your Game Pass. Like that's the thing now.
Yeah.
It's bundled as one big thing. So when you're paying
but
for your gold,
Ultimate's still the cheapest and the best.
Yeah.
Because you get everything with Ultimate. So, PC, Xbox. Which
But
it
no,
looks
it's
weird
just
now because go on.
change it
You know,
around.
I got Chris Redfield just chilling there. But
But yeah,
like,
no, it's just crazy. So I don't get people's concept.
I'm bought a physical Xbox game for a year.
Like, I got a mate who recently, because he hadn't been able to use stuff, he recently got himself a Series S because it was just easier for him because he downloads everything. So it's like, well, all his backlog
Yep.
catalog was all downloaded.
There's no disk drive, is there, for
No,
Series S?
so it's smaller, so he had more space, so he could put it into his, like, you know what I mean. So he got more space to put it in and tuck it
Sucks though
away.
because people still buy physical. A lot of people,
And that's
unless you're
exactly
on
it.
Game Pass.
So at least then, if you're that way, then you've got the option where you can still buy and play everything digital.
That's the thing. You can get a good cheap gaming deal with a Series
I
S
mean,
from Game
honestly,
Pass.
if you wanted to be cheap, straight up, honestly, you could buy a Series S, buy Game Pass, don't have to pay anything else. You're basically buying a console, buying a battle pass.
First of all, that's not a hardcore gamer though.
But I mean, you can play a lot of games.
Because no
But
offense to Microsoft or anything, but the games on Game Pass, I am not a fan of.
there can be some questionable titles.
Like, I installed Madden and then I uninstalled it, but
But no, I
I
said the
touched
one
nothing
the
on
one
there.
plus side I was going to say before. The one plus side I do see from Game Pass, the one biggest plus I do see,
You get to try a game.
not just that, is you've got companies that have big company names that are like Bethesda and stuff working with them. You've got employees that are working underneath that want to push forward a new idea. When you have a big company that want to push new ideas forwards, they go, "Oh, is it going to work? Is it not?" At least with Game Pass, what they've been saying is they can push the idea forwards. If we've got the time to make it, they'll make it and put it on Game Pass to see how it does. And if it works, they know to publish it further or go. You know what I mean?
I don't get why people. That's the
So
thing.
it's the
They
support of indie
should
games.
back their fucking ideas in and just release it.
So that's why they do it that because
Look at Horizon. Guerrilla made first-person shooters like Killzone the whole time, and then they made Horizon.
But that's what I'm getting at. The
Fucking
biggest thing, and
success.
Bethesda said themselves, the why it works is because they don't have to pay anything. They can get it done and published without having to pay anything. It costs them not a cent to get someone to go, okay, well, if you guys want to work in this in a small team, make this game, or a single person wants to make a game,
Yeah, but still,
they can do that. They can publish it. They can do all that stuff, and it costs them nothing. Where if they were to actually get it properly, they would have to pay for the distribution fees or publishing fees, the marketing, all this
Still, that's
crap.
bad.
Like, and that's costing money, and that's why which I can kind of understand because then
Because
if
they're
you work
taking
for them,
time from one thing to another, and then it makes that job harder than.
that's what I mean. And that's why I kind of like that. That's the one plus side of Game Pass is that someone if they're in the team goes, well, you got that extra free time.
But they're not doing that though.
Hey,
No one's doing that.
there are employees that they've. Well, I don't know if they've produced it yet, but it gives the option to their employees if they've got
They haven't
time.
even been bought yet, have they? Not
that?
officially.
Yeah, yeah. Bethesda in that
No,
department.
I don't think the deal's gone through yet, has it?
Bethesda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, that's already gone through and sorted.
No.
Probably that's already been done now. But that was like the biggest thing though anyway. Is that if you've got someone working in the team and they happen to have an idea on their own free time they've been making a game, they can push it forward and they can get it published through Game Pass. With no hassle fee, it's easy done possible. Yeah, I thought they went through already because that was ages ago they were talking about all that and they're all like we were all
Because
together.
I know the Activision one hasn't.
No, Activision.
Oh, it has finalized.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's also the big dealer together. But yeah. But no, that's the only like I said, that's the only biggest plus that I see from it is that it gives those that were trying to become their own developer or release their own titles, it gives them an option to create their own indie games while working and learning their skills and honing the skills and make it,
Bethesda won't.
Hey?
Bethesda won't do an indie game.
No, but through Game Pass. That's what I'm saying. They've said this themselves in an interview. In that whole
They
meeting
said
thing.
a lot of things.
They said that. They
Look
said
at Fallout
that's
76.
exactly my point. That's exactly my point. They were saying this is the only way we want to support indie developers because we didn't want to front the money. They basically said that they're going. This is why we never fronted and wanted to develop indie because we would have to spend money. But because now
but they're
with
not
Game
doing
Pass,
it themselves though.
with Game Pass, we can now help publish all these indie games because we don't have to pay a cent. We can just publish it and put it up on the thing, and it's good done.
They could have done that ages ago.
It's just they didn't want to make money. They don't want to spend the money because they would have to spend the money. That's what they were getting at. Like that's the biggest point behind it. Again, is Bethesda being greedy and not helping their staff grow.
Yeah, but still, they could have done that for a decade.
Yeah, but because Game Pass, they can publish it for free. So
They made a lot of money off Skyrim itself, just alone.
Mm.
They could have just funded with 1% of that to a fucking indie game. Like,
But they don't want to. So that's what they're saying. That's what I think. That's the one plus I see now
so
is
they
that
don't need
it's
Game Pass for that.
well, I mean, it does cost money to get a game out there. So
Yeah, but compared to them, that's nothing.
yeah, but they're not wanting to spend a cent. I mean, if you're
Mm.
working for them, it's kind of. But I'm saying if you're working for them, it's giving you a good opportunity
Mm.
that you can get a game out. You know what I mean? And get up on Game Pass. You get to skip the queue a little
But
bit.
Game Pass is savage. People, if they don't like the first half an hour, they'll just uninstall straight
Yeah.
up.
Oh yeah.
That's
But
what
no,
I
that's
do.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. Is that that's the one good concept I like from Game Pass, is that it's helping indie developers grow. Whether it's and not just Bethesda, like if it's other companies that are working with it, publishing, like it's giving them an opportunity to be like,
But
oh,
then
I
again,
can be
people don't
spotlighted.
play it because it's indie. Like I've seen a lot of shit say, "Oh, it's indie." Like, and
They used to, because that's the thing too. They used to have a big indie spotlight thing back in the day on 360 and
not
stuff.
now.
And a lot of it was more in the US. And to get those games, you would have to either make a US account or to get a lot of those games. And it was never. Now Game Pass has it more accessible, and that's why a lot of it is more indie.
That's not shove the indies in your face though. You've got to go searching for them still.
Yeah. Well, those
Like
games that
all
have
you
all
see
dropped
now is the
recently.
big stuff. Still is like Bethesda games. I'm
Was
like,
it Tunic and the other game are indie games? So
yeah.
then they're doing pretty good. Everyone's going crazy for them. So
Apparently, it's good
I don't know.
from what I heard. Like Dark Souls for kids, like Dark Souls Puzzler. Like it's the Dark Souls combat. I'm like, a lot of games have that, but it's not necessarily Dark Souls combat.
Yeah.
Just because it's slow paced doesn't mean it's Dark Souls combat.
It's just
Like
really
I've
just like
seen
a
it. It looks like a
normal
Crash
action,
Bandicoot kind of thing. Like
normal combat game.
yeah, like you still swing your sword at them and shit. So I don't fucking know. I haven't
I
played
don't
it
get
yet,
it.
but
It's just nonsense. They make up numjo. So I
well,
don't know.
just because Dark Souls is a thing, and it's like Dark Souls combat is brutal. That is not.
That's exactly it.
Like fuck. Stop trying to normalize
Yeah.
FromSoft. Also, guess what I saw recently?
What?
There's a new Digimon game coming.
Digimon.
Digimon Survival. It's called Digimon Survive. It's like a survival tactical thing
Oh, it's just
majig.
top-down game. It just looks like another kind of Diablo kind of dungeon crawl. That's like a
Ah,
dungeon crawl.
it's like a Pokemon-esque thing.
No, I'm talking about
Kind of.
Tunic.
Oh,
Just looking at it, it reminds us.
oh, that
It looks like
yeah.
a dungeon crawler kind of game,
Like
like
Mills
Minecraft
was
dungeons.
playing it. He he didn't sound too impressed by it.
It just looks like a basic dungeon crawler for kids, which there's plenty of them out there. There's like a lot of them. Well, I don't know why Tunic is any more different than anything else. Like,
I think because the puzzles are what make it really,
there's
from what I
plenty of
heard.
games out there that are like these. That's the biggest thing that gets me
Mm.
sometimes. There's indie games out there that are like other indie games, but they get not
That's not
noticed
like
about.
seafood. That's different.
That's actually a different, like a new concept of a game.
And that Road to Yuma, that looks good as well. Like that
Mm.
black and white, like ooh, that looks good. It comes out soon,
There
I
are
think,
some good
too.
games, so.
Yeah, but Digimon Survive.
Mm.
Apparently, they got announced a few years ago, but it's coming out this year
I
sometime.
don't remember. I don't see it. I don't. Yeah.
It's like a survival Digimon game. Like that's different. Things can die, I think. So that's pretty cool.
Okay.
I think your person can die. I'm not sure from the Digimon. I don't know.
Okay. Interesting. Weird.
Well, they can in the show on that. Like people really get injured in Digimon.
Mm.
It's not like Pokemon where the Pokemon just fight. This is everything. Also, this is a Batman thing. Nicolas Cage was speaking to someone in an interview. He wants to play Egghead in a Batman movie. He could kind of suit that, wouldn't he, really?
God, that'd be funny.
Him as Egghead,
That would.
which hasn't been done since 1966, I think it said.
Oh, something like the TV show.
Yeah.
Something like
Egghead in Batman, like Nicolas Cage. If he goes on one of his psychotic things, oh, I don't know. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. Have Nicolas Cage in a Batman movie, playing a villain. I've never heard of Egghead until now, but don't know what he is. Is he
that. He's an
like a
egghead.
Joker? Is he like a penguin? Like what the fuck is he?
Where is it? It's a bit
Also,
weird.
Jack. Not really. They actually photoshopped him as Egghead though,
No,
as for the
it's-
picture. It looked fucking weird.
That's what I'm saying.
But Jack Black is set to voice Poe in the Kung Fu Panda series.
Yes. Is it the news?
I don't know. It's something dragon. I don't know.
At least it's actually him voicing it now, not a voice impressionator.
Oh, it was up for the games, was it?
Well, for the games and the original other TV shows, they had a voice impressionist. It sounded just like Jack Black.
But it wouldn't have the same feel though. I don't
Oh
think.
no,
Like,
it did. But you could just it had the right vibe, but it was just a little bit off.
that's what I mean. You can always tell when it's not the actual person. Also, the Amazon officially purchased MGM the last couple of days.
Okay.
Like everything went through. It's all legal.
Yep.
They had to do the whole check-in thing because they're a big.
MGM is large.
Yeah, so that was bought for 8.5 billion.
Ooh.
So now Amazon own Bond and the rights of Bond and shit. So I was
Makes
like,
sense.
someone said Tom and Jerry, and they're like, no, that's Warner Brothers. I mean, I would have thought Tom and Jerry until I read that, because that was MGM, right? Tom and Jerry for a long time.
Might have been. I can't remember now.
That was Popeye, and that's MGM, I think.
I think it was for a long time.
But like, hell, because Amazon are doing good shit.
Yeah,
Give them
we know
Bond
that
and stuff. Like, give them Bond. Give them. Let me have a. You say something. I'll bring up what. Cause I don't know
say
what
something.
MGM actually is.
Say something. Say something.
MGM.
Say something. Say something.
MGM.
Say something.
God dang
Say
it.
something. Say something. Say something. Say something. Say something. Say something.
Where would I see
Something.
M-
Something. Something. Something.
Fuck.
Say something. Something.
Okay, so we got The Wizard of Oz. The Hobbit. It was MGM, which makes sense now. Actually, that they got Lord of the Rings. Hotel Transylvania, Rocky.
Which makes sense because they did a Hotel Transylvania freaking thing.
Yeah. 22 Jump Street. Pink Panther. All these could be coming back now. Like,
That's not bad.
other things that are pointless. I don't know. They might put sequels, reboots to a lot of shit. The Magnificent Seven. That was a thing.
Okay.
But yeah, MGM went through, and Hasbro are making a Play-Doh movie. I'm just like, no, I'm done. They've officially drew that line.
Oh god.
They
That's
teamed up
funny.
with someone to make a fucking movie about Play-Doh. Remember how the Emoji Movie went? This would be that.
That wasn't
Probably
that
even
bad,
worse.
actually.
Yeah, but we all know what people thought of it.
Yeah.
Hence why there's nothing about it ever since. And
So watch that.
a
Wasn't that bad?
Play-Doh movie, like about Play-Doh? Is it with Play-Doh? Like, what is it?
Is this a forever changing character of Goop?
Like Gumby.
Gumby was good though, but he was
Gumby
Play-Doh.
was good. Where's Gumby now? Fuck.
No
I
more
used to have a
Gumby.
Gumby toy. He was like this big and he was like bendable.
So good.
Did he have a horse? Yeah, he had a horse.
Yeah,
didn't
the
he?
red horse. Donkey.
Red horse.
It was a red donkey.
Oh yeah. I was a little kid when that was on.
That was good.
A Play-Doh movie. Are you fucking serious?
God, yeah, that's just ridiculous.
I only saw that recently too, just before I did my notes. I'm like, thanks. I just thought I'd bring that up because there's a Play-Doh movie in the works somewhere with Hasbro.
Anyway,
You shake your head.
I think that's the best way to just end it with Play-Doh.
End it with Play-Doh. Splat on the fuck. You're gonna have like Gummy running across the screen.
God.
That'd be cool. Getting chased by Popeye, riding Toothless the Dragon. I've said some weird shit recently. Yesterday I was talking about, because someone said about the Mando. I'm like, who the hell is Mando? being an edgy cringe lord, and they're like, "You don't know who Mando is?" I'm like, "Is he the?" I like Star Trek. Vader's my favorite character. And then I went all the way into, did you see Buzz Lightyear fighting like fucking Dumbledore and shit? I'm like, on the top of Mount Doom. And then I kind of had to leave the stream.
God
I was
damn it.
trolling hard.
God damn it.
But
We're gonna stream surf after this one, are we? Like we normally do.
Stream
'Cause I
troll.
feel like every fucking night we like after the podcast we jump on Twitch and we just like stream surf, find the most randomest, weirdest freaking streams and just lurk in there for like 10
Some
minutes.
people are worth following at that time though. I followed some random people and I go, oh, they're live. Oh, I followed them. But
yeah,
you done, Daz?
I'm done. I think we're done. We're just a little bit
We're all
over the
wrapped. Yes, this is episode 12. I'm going to remember that. Yeah. But on that note, with Dale and his nodding, we'll call that one. Thank you, Beardies and Beardettes, for joining us on episode 12 of the Beard Bros podcast. Thank you for listening, watching. We've been Dale and Jim, and we'll catch you guys next week. Bye.
Vadama Kadabra!
Oh, I didn't expect that. I kind of did, but I didn't.